Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Swain, and I want to read a story to you. The title is Butterflies for Kiri, written by Cathryn Falwell. Synopsis. Kiri is delighted with the gift of colorful origami papers, but when she can't seem to make a purple butterfly, she begins to feel frustrated. Again, the title is Butterflies for Kiri by Cathryn Falwell. Kiri loved to draw and paint and make things. On Kiri's birthday, Annie Lou sent a special gift. It had a purple paper butterfly perched on the top. Inside was a package of colored paper squares and a book called Origami, The Art of Paper Folding. The book showed how to fold the papers into wonderful things. There was a turtle, a boat, a bird, and a butterfly, just like the one Annie Lou had made for Kerrys Package. Kiri gently slid the beautiful papers from the package. She spread them out like a rainbow: purples, pinks, blues, greens, yellows, oranges, and reds. Kiri ran her fingers softly over the paper. They were as thin as butterfly wings. Kiri opened the origami book and looked at the drawings inside. The book had diagrams that showed how to do each step. There were fold arrows and unfold arrows. There were valley fold lines that folded forward and mountain fold lines that folded backwards. Fold crisply, the book said. Crease sharply. Kiri looked at Annie Lou's butterfly. It had crisp folds, just like the ones in the book. Kiri studied the diagrams. There were 15 steps to make a butterfly. Kiri chose a sheet of bright purple paper that matched Annie Lou's butterfly. Then she looked at the first diagram and carefully folded her paper the same way, corner to corner with a crisp, neat crease. Kiri looked at the next step and folded the paper in half again. Okay, we're going to look up crisply. It's an adjective, being thin and hard and easily crumbled, or pleasantly firm and crunchy, and finally having a sharp, distinct outlines. Crease. It's a noun, a line or mark made by or as if by folding or wrinkling, or a specially marked area around the goal in various sports, like hockey or lacrosse. It's also a verb, to make a crease in or on, or to become creased. All right, so the problem that we're having with this story so far is Kiri is trying to make a purple origami butterfly like her Annie Lou did, but she's having some difficulties. Let's see what happens. For the next step, all the corners had to meet in the center. Kiri folded her paper, but the corners didn't match up. She tried again, but it was hard to get the folds just right, and the old creases still showed. Kiri tried the next step, but the thin purple paper tore a little along an old crease line. Her beautiful paper, a tear ran down her cheek. Wiping her eyes, Kiri tried the next fold. The paper tore again. It's ruined, Kiri cried. She wanted to start over, but she was afraid of tearing another sheet. Sadly, she gathered up the rest of the papers and slid them safely back into the package. Oh, so Kiri's not a happy camper. Let's read on to find out what happens. The next day, Kiri carefully slid the origami papers from the package and spread them out like a rainbow: purple, pinks, blues, greens, yellows, oranges, and reds. The colors danced before her eyes. Kiri wanted to try folding a butterfly again, but she didn't want to ruin another sheet of the beautiful papers. She took a piece of notebook paper and cut it into a square. Then very carefully, Kiri folded the steps in the origami book. This time she got to the ninth step before the paper tore. All right, progress. Let's read on. Some days after school, Kiri made chalk drawings. Other days she painted or made things with clay. And every day she practiced making origami butterflies. All right, so the key here is she practiced when? She practiced every day. Good job, boys and girls. One Saturday morning, Kiri went to the park to play. It was a perfect spring day. She went high on the swing and saw the bright blue sky and new green grass. Pink petals from the trees blew gently in the breeze. Kiri skipped by the bright red and purple tulips shining up from the garden on her way home. A yellow butterfly fluttered around the flowers. The colors danced before Kiri's eyes. She couldn't wait to get home to make a picture. Quickly, Kiri got out her watercolor paints, a brush, a jar of water, and a big sheet of paper. She dipped the brush into the water and then into the blue paint. With long strokes, she painted the bright sky. She rinsed her brush and dipped it into the green paint. Slowly and carefully, Kiri painted the spring grass. Kiri rinsed her brush again, and this time she chose the red of the tulips. But as soon as her brush touched the grass, the red paint leaked into the wet green and made a muddy puddle. Kiri tried to scrub away the paint, but the paper got soggy and began to shred. "It's terrible," Kiri cried. Mama came into the kitchen. "I see the spring colors from the park," Mama said. "What a nice picture." "No, it's ruined," Kiri sobbed. Oh, Kiri's frustrated again because her paper got soggy when she tried to do the tulip. Let's read on to find out what happens. Kiri ran to her room. She was about to fling herself onto her bed when she saw the package of origami papers. Carefully, she spread out the colors like a rainbow: purples, pinks, blues, greens, yellows, oranges, and reds. There was the bright red of the tulip she had tried to paint. Kiri took her scissors and cut a shape from the corner of the red paper. Then she took everything to the kitchen. All right, let's look at fling. It's a verb, and it means to move in an abrupt or headlong manner, or to kick or plunge vigorously, to throw or swing with force. And it's also a noun, an act of instance of flinging, a casual try of involvement, a time of freedom for pleasure. All right, let's read on. The red tulip paper looked perfect on her painting. Kiri smiled and glued the shape over the muddy spot. Scraps of purple, pink, blue, green, orange, and red floated onto the table as Kiri cut more and more shapes to add to her picture. The colors began to dance. All right, boys and girls. In art, I always tell you we can correct our mistakes. Let's see if Kiri did that as well. Kiri looked over her colored papers again and chose a bright yellow square. She took a deep breath and folded it into a beautiful butterfly. So she was inspired at the park with the green grass, the blue sky, and the purple and red tulips. And there was a butterfly there too. And look, she captured it all in her picture. Very nice. How to make origami butterfly. All right. So you fold the paper in half, corner to corner. Fold it in half again, corner to corner, corner to corner. And then you unfold the paper and then you have 4 triangle shapes. And then you fold those into the corners. Unfold the paper again. Fold the sides into the center. Fold the top and bottom to the center. It should look like this. Carefully pull out the inside corners. Press flat, then fold up the top corners. It should look like this now. Turn it over and fold down the top. Now fold the whole thing in half. Open by making a small diagonal fold. Repeat on the other side. With patience and practice, you can make a butterfly. All right, good job, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed Butterflies for Kiri. Your assignment for this story is to try to make an origami butterfly, and you could do that by using any kind of paper you have. Do your best, and when you're done, upload it onto Seesaw. All right? All right, see you next time, boys and girls.